Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a drugstore makeup haul, which I'm very excited about. I love drugstore makeup, and I've been waiting to film this for a few days actually because, well, after Josh and I got back from vacation in Florida, which was so relaxing and amazing. I actually filmed a video while I was down there, so if you haven't seen it yet, I will link it down below. But when we got home, reality hit real quick because a water main froze and burst and basically exploded into the basement of our house, and so we had at least a foot of water in our basement, and the water just kept coming into our house like a full-on waterfall. I felt like the captain of a pirate ship because I spent the day in the freezing cold just trying to push water out of our house, and it wasn't that bad. Luckily, we saved a lot of our stuff, and it could always be so much worse. So I'm thankful for that, but actually what kind of was the worst part about it was after they dug up the street to fix, to stop the water from coming into our house, they forgot to turn our actual water access back on, so we didn't have water in our house for a couple days after that, which really throws a wrinkle in things. You don't realize how much you appreciate little things like that until there's no water flowing out of the faucet when you turn it on, you know what I mean? A little sketchy there for a couple days, but water's back on, we cleaned everything up, and life goes on, right? And I'm really excited to show you guys these products because there's been a lot of new things at the drugstore lately, and I've been getting so many requests from you guys to see a drugstore haul, so that's what I wanted to do today. Sorry, I just felt like you guys were like really high up. Okay. So I thought I would start off with the products that I'm most excited to dig into personally, and these are the Milani powder blushes. So these are the new ones with the rose design on them, and I also have a few of the lipsticks I'm going to show you guys in a second, but I think these were actually limited edition at one point, but they never made their way out there to every single drugstore, so I never saw them around where I lived. So this one is probably the most neutral of the three that I have, and it's called Romantic Rose. It's like this beigey pink color, and this one looks so gorgeous too. This is called Tea Rose, and it's kind of a rosier, brighter pink. And then I also got this one called Coral Cove, and this one I thought would be perfect for the summertime or for spring because it's like a brighter poppy coral color. So I'm hoping these are going to be as pigmented as I'm expecting them to be because that's what I loved about the other Milani blushes. And then I picked up 3 of the new matte lipsticks by Milani, and they had a beautiful color selection, a lot of really pretty, bold, brighter colors, but something in my brain was just saying, Allie, get the colors you'll probably wear more often. So I went with some, well, this one's kind of a bit of a different kind of color, but I went with the ones that I thought would be more go-to shades for like everyday looks and things like that. So this one is called Innocence, and this nude to me just looked like the perfect nude. So I had to try it. It's just nice and soft. It's not super orangey, it's not very dark, but it's not so pale at the same time. This next one is called Naked, and I was so happy they included a color like this in the bunch because I love this. I feel like it's kind of 90s, but it's modern to me at the same time, so I don't know, I think it's really beautiful. It's like a brownish nutmeg color, but when you actually swatch it out on your hand, it has a little bit more pink to it than it looks like it would. It looks kind of like a more dark color in the tube. And then I also grabbed this one called Blissful, which I feel like I haven't had a good go-to pinky mauve lipstick in a while, so that's why I wanted to give this one a go, and it is a really pretty rosy pink. I also picked up another NYC liquid liner because cannot be without this. So this next one, I had been trying to get my hands on this forever, and it was really funny because my friend Tony, she knew that, and she saw a display for this foundation at the drugstore, and she texted me a picture so I could run out and get the shade that I was looking for later that day, which I did. And I don't know if you guys do that, but my friends and I, we definitely stock drugstore makeup. It's a real thing that happens, and I was so happy she gave me the tip on this because I've been looking for a new drugstore foundation for a while. So before I go on and on, this one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. It's supposed to be a demi matte finish and 24-hour lasting time. So the drugstore foundation that I probably use the most is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I love that foundation so much, and it's really weird because the original True Match doesn't work for me. It looks really dry on my skin, which is also bizarre because I don't really have dry skin, but Anyway, I feel like I can usually find a good match for my skin tone with L'Oreal products, so I wanted to give this one a go. I got 103 Natural Buff, which looking at it now probably matched me a bit better when I was just back from Florida when I first got this, but any remnants of a tan that I once had is like completely gone already, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to make it work. And then this product was actually a little recommendation from my friend as well, because her hair has grown so long, like crazy long in not a very long period of time. And she swears by this. It's the L'Oreal Total Repair Extreme Split Ends Fixer. So this is a leave-in treatment, and it actually is a little teeny tiny double pump, and one side is red and one side is clear, and it's like a liquidy gel. So I know that because I've been playing around with it because I was really intrigued by it, but I haven't actually tried it on my hair yet. But I've been thinking about growing out my hair for the summer. In my head I have this vision of like crazy hippie hair for the summertime. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, but I thought that if I wanted to, I'd definitely have to prevent split ends. So that's one reason why I got it. Another reason is because since I thinned my hair out for this shorter cut so much, if you get any little bit of breakage, it is just so noticeable because it's just so much thinner on the ends. And then like you kind of have to keep chopping your ends off more and more if you have too much breakage. So I'm really trying to prevent that, and I'm hoping that this will help. And then there's also a bunch of new Maybelline products out. And originally I thought these adorable little lilac lipsticks were limited edition, the Blooms collection. And then I saw that they had a little section built into the permanent Maybelline display for the Blooms lipsticks, and that just made me so happy because the colors are amazing. I don't want to say they're pastel because they're not that light, but they're just a beautiful assortment of like petal tone colors that are just very soft and delicate and just so beautiful. Basically the perfect lipsticks for spring. And I didn't get a ton of colors because, to be honest, a lot of them were maybe similar to something that I have. I feel like these were the two that I was most excited about. So I got this one called Barely Bloomed, and this is another nude, but versus the Milani one, this one is a little bit more of a peach tone, and it's just so delicious looking. I can't even tell you guys. Kind of looks like a little bit of a caramel, peachy caramel color. And then this one, you know I had to do it, right? So this is called Peach Poppy. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of like Sweet and Sour and Flamingo by MAC mixed together. So I think this is just so beautiful, and I cannot wait to start wearing this in the springtime. In my mind, it's already spring, even though I look out the window and there's still a couple inches of snow on the ground. It's okay. It's okay. And then I also wanted to get one of these little Master Conceal camouflaging concealers by Maybelline, even though the only shade they had left was Fair. And instead of being patient and waiting for them to restock, I just went ahead and got Fair. And it may be a little bit too light, but I usually do mix my concealers anyway, so I don't think that'll be a big deal. The packaging, just looking at it, kind of reminds me of like a Hard Candy Glamouflage or an LA Girl Pro Concealer. So that's what I was hoping it would be, like a full coverage amazingness. It did look really just kind of airbrushed on the back of my hand, which I really like. So I also had a few brushes to show you guys. I'm not sure if this really counts as drugstore, but they were just too freaking fierce not to show you guys. They're the Real Techniques, and I figured you wouldn't mind. The Real Techniques Bold Metals collection. So this one is the tapered, number 300 tapered blush brush. The handles come to a point, which I think is just fabulous. And I actually thought it would be the perfect little size for highlighting your cheekbones. And what I like about these is the bristles match the color of the brush. So this one is like a rose gold, which I loved, obvi. And then the bristles, or yeah, bristles, are kind of a blush color. And this is number 100 in arched powder brush. This looks so versatile to me because it was a bit smaller of a paddle brush. It's definitely really narrow, but it's just a little bit smaller of a brush, so I feel like you could really use this for so many different things. And I don't know, to me these are just fierce, honey. My new babies. So that does it for this drugstore makeup haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just want to start tearing into all these products and trying them out. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!